Welcome to Thursday night football edition of If Pigskins Could Fly with the boys here at Chicken Yard Sports. The Jets versus the Colts in an absolute ass kicking.
Ass kicking, barn burner, whatever you want to call it. Over 70 points scored in the game. Just an absolute electric point scoring Thursday night football game featuring the pathetic New York Jets. Well, pathetic when they don't have Mike White as their quarterback, and the Indianapolis Colts, where 2017 Carson Wentz made another appearance.
Yeah, it's like at the very beginning of the game, it looks like it might be a pretty exciting Thursday night football game. Like both teams probably not going to make the playoffs, but it looked like it could be a good football game. And then Mike White gets hurt and it just goes downhill real fucking quick for New York.
And let's specify, not for the offense. Offense, I mean, Josh Johnson, third stringer, not who you want in the football game. But, I mean, he played respectable for being thrown in there. On short notice. I mean, the guy threw for 241, 3 touchdowns, 19 for 29, had himself a decent night. But the Jets defense, Robert Saleh, what the fuck, dude? He is going to have a brain aneurysm and die before the season's over.
He looked about as depressed as is humanly possible. And for a head coach to just lose all of his even pretending to be in a decent mood is just brutal to see. I mean, that's like lacking in professionalism, if I'm being honest, because it's just like, bro, if you're gonna look that sad, like, how do you expect anybody to hold their head up? You know what I mean?
I mean, dude, from going and coaching the San Francisco 49ers defense and having
to a
decent
Super Bowl.
Yeah, to a Super Bowl, and then you turn around and you are given the Jets, and you're supposed to fix it overnight. He's probably just he gets home every night, and his wife's just like, "How was work, honey?" And he's just like, "What did I do? What did I do to myself?"
Yeah, that was about as consensual as a Bill Cosby date. Like the Jets were just not in control whatsoever, and everything that the Colts were doing to them was completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
They just could not defend themselves whatsoever. It was like at one point, every single running play for the Colts was like 30 plus yards. It was just absurd. And when it finally really got comical was when the Colts are literally just trying to run the ball to kill the game, and Jonathan Taylor takes off on first down for 78 fucking yards.
He's like, dude, I didn't even want to do it, guys. Why are you forcing my hand? Dude, Frank Wright is out here declining fucking flags, even though it would benefit him because they're up by 30 points in the third quarter. And he's just like, yo, let's finish this game so we can all go get some tuggies after. And
maybe the Jets can actually run out the clock instead of us, because if we even touch the fucking football, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, I know, right? Good Lord. It was comical. I mean, Jonathan Taylor was just running rampant over the Jets defense.
So was Naheem Hines. It was like anybody touch the football was just balling the fuck out tonight. And it was funny too, because Michael Pittman had that touchdown catch that was as close. It was like he just barely completed the catch, and then the guy knocks the ball out of his hands, but it still stands. But it was like a millisecond sooner, and that wouldn't have been a touchdown. But yeah, I mean, Carson Wentz, he's starting to look somewhat like his old self, which is really cool because the Colts have a really good offensive line. They have a solid defense, and
finally they got their offensive line back, because I mean, Quentin Nelson has been hurt all year, but to get
he is a transcendent player. I mean, he's like top 5 overall players in the league. He's up there with Aaron Donald and those dudes.
Yeah, he's a top 5 offensive lineman of all time is what I was going to say. That dude is just pure dominance all the time. And he comes back and you just see, I mean, Jonathan Taylor averaged 9 yards a carry on the ground. And it was second to Naheem Hines, who averaged 12.3 yards a carry.
Banana Lands numbers. I mean, those are just ridiculous. But yeah, and I seriously think if they could get another bona fide dank wide receiver, because Pittman's like good, but he's not like a number one yet. And
No.
if they could get a pass catching tight end, like they could be pretty fucking dangerous. Maybe not this year, but like if Carson can play decent like this, they are set up to go on some runs here soon. It's all
Yeah, I mean,
dependent on him though.
it's insane though. Like Carson Wentz, he blew the game last week. There's no doubt. I mean, those 2 interceptions cost the Colts the game. They should have beat the Titans, but he, other than that, I mean, he has 3 interceptions on the year, and 2 of them came last week. And while they did blow the game, it's like, dude, if you could just have Carson Wentz play like this every game, like the Colts are a rounded out enough team that they're going to win football games and they can compete with anyone they play with. I mean, like you said, their defense is solid. Offensive line is beastly. If they had a couple more pass catchers, they'd be nasty. But who knows? Maybe Ty comes back and regains his old form, and
that would be sweet.
It would be.
I think this started too like 1-4 or 0-4 or something crazy like that, and I think everybody was just talking mad shit about Carson at the beginning of the year because the stat lines were like 170 yards with a touchdown and an interception, or and or like 0 interceptions, but like just no volume, but like, yeah, I mean, I liked what I saw tonight from them, but obviously they're playing the fucking Jets, and that was just fucking embarrassing. I mean,
everyone looks good playing the Jets.
Yeah, their defense could like actually not do anything. I haven't seen something that bad in like quite a while because, like I said, the Colts were being polite from basically the kickoff in the second half on. Like they stopped trying early.
And they were still just shit pumping them. But yeah, I mean, that is the beauty of Thursday night football. Over 75 points scored. Just an electric factor from the Colts all night long.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was gonna be a low scoring, like pretty close game because I fell for it, I'll admit it, but like all week people were just talking up the Jets, and it was like and it was only because they were playing the Colts, but I was like, I think they could compete tonight, and then obviously it's just like no, because like from a fantasy perspective, if you look at any analysis, it's like, yeah, the Jets defense is pretty good against the pass, and it's like, yeah, not really.
verbal meme. No, November, day 4. Anyways, and I started blasting the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts.
So, yeah, but that'll about wrap it up here at Chicken Yard Sports Week 9. Week 9, yeah?
Week 9, yeah.
Holy shit, it's flying by.
We're getting into it.
We're on the halfway point of the season, but we're halfway done. Like and subscribe.
Pretty soon, half the primetime games are going to be incredibly important, and half of them aren't going to mean a fucking thing. But we are in the thick of it now, folks. So just fucking do it. Subscribe. Just fucking do it. Okay.
Cheers.